I swear, man, I feel like these updates just keep on rolling out like it's fire, man. But if you take a look at this image that we just got leaked today from Nintendo's eStore, apparently, you can see what appears to be a hand sticking straight out of whatever this is. Some goo, some strange liquid. While still unofficial, it is rumored that this is our first official teaser of Chapter 3 Season 4, but more on that in a little bit. What's up, guys? My name's Dr. P. If you love Fortnite and you love the storyline and want to be kept up to date with everything going on, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the team today, that would be awesome, and if you end up enjoying, make sure to click that like button, that would be much appreciated. In yesterday's video, we touched on a recent leak that basically confirms that two main characters are going to be dying very soon. Not exactly sure when, but we do know that it is going to happen. In this image, we can see a hand reaching straight out of this goo. We could assume this person is in deep trouble. This could have possibly led to a drowning or a death one way or another. Is it possible we're looking straight at the death scene of somebody in this image? People were really quick to point out the fact that the hand is actually the exact same hand as the paradigm, confirming that we are looking at the paradigm's hand in this image, which is obviously extremely interesting. Paradigm is one of the most important members of the Seven. She almost single-handedly saved everybody during the collision event last season. Again, since we already know two people will be dying, the Paradigm could easily be one of those two people. Who the other one might be if this is true, I do not know, but there's no doubt that losing Paradigm would be a monumental loss, both physically and emotionally for the Seven. Well, I guess at least the 6, maybe the 5 by that point. As of now, the Nintendo eShop servers and eShop store in general no longer displays this image. They took it down rather quickly, which pretty much confirms this was uploaded way too early, and we may have just gained a lot of additional insights Epic did not intend at this point. So to recap, this image surfaced and it looks like the Paradigm is drowning or in the process of dying, something along those lines. But the interesting thing about all of this is we don't actually know at what point this is going to happen. Could this be simply something that happens over the course of next season? Could it be something that happens coming up at the end of this season in the form of a live event? Could this be the very first look or insight into the live event, if we get one at all, which is still to be determined, of course? But I gotta say, after seeing this, which of course was way too early, that gives me a fair bit of confidence about our odds at getting one. Of course, we all love them. It's what Fortnite's known for, so come on, Epic, let's get an event. Like we talked about in yesterday's video briefly, there is one more update. It's coming out in about 4 or 5 days to Fortnite, and this update is the final update of the season. It's around that time where much of this information we've just received in the last day or two will become much more clear as to what's actually going to happen, because we would pretty much know or not by that point if there is going to be an event based on the files. Again, at the very least, we should be seeing some notable progressive map changes to serve as an explanation as to what's going on. I happened to stumble upon this exchange on Twitter with one party saying, wait, why is Paradigm in whatever that stuff is? And of course a reply saying people believe this is the Bloom Watcher's doing, and they are probably right. I think the Bloom Watcher learned from watching over the island that the Seven are trying to protect it from any threats. So she captured the Seven and trapped them in that goo-like substance. I think this could easily be true, and if it is, that would imply that they have simply been trapped in the goo rather than totally killed. But then again, we don't actually know if what we're seeing right now truly is a true death scene. It could be something else entirely, and 2 more people, not counting the Paradigm, could die. We're all just making theories here, and of course, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave yours down below for a chance to be featured in the next video. We don't know how long the Bloom Watcher has been watching over the 0 point and our reality. Consequentially, we've never known that since the very beginning when she was introduced. She could have just started watching, or she could have started watching many years ago, many seasons ago. If the latter, she would have experienced many different conflicts between the Seven and enemies, and she would know exactly how powerful the Seven are together. I remember when Jones was talking about his former life as a member of the IO, there was a specific part in there in which Jones detailed just how strong of a bond each of the members of the Seven had, and when they use that bond to work together, they're almost completely unstoppable. But now the one thing holding up their whole organization, their bond, their communication, and their trust has basically been crippled, which could ultimately lead to their downfall and a tragic event such as 2 deaths. While we are unsure about the time period being represented in this leaked photo today, one thing I will say is it is way too early, at least in the traditional sense, for Epic to start dropping teasers. They usually would do that about a week before the season and leading into it. Either way, I could not be more excited for the next update next week. Of course, keep it here and we will keep you fully updated with everything that's going on. Until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.